Hello all, and on this Tay Time recap, I, Taylor, am going to be recapping last night's episode of The Big Bang Theory, Season 10, Episode 18, The Escape Hatch Identification. I think it's 18, but wow, we only got a few episodes left of the season. Let's begin. So I'm not going to separate this because they all kind of intertwine, but basically, beginning of the episode, Raj posts on Facebook that he has to leave his apartment. Well, him and Cinnamon have to leave the apartment. Cinnamon's a really funny part. Like, this episode had a lot of great funny lines. It was a great one-liner episode. And he has to leave, and like, Leonard's like, oh, Penny, he could live with us. Oh, I should have said India on Facebook, and Howard did say India on Facebook, and him and Bernadette are talking about the couch, while Leonard and Penny are talking about Sheldon's old room, and Sheldon and Amy are talking about a life-size figure of some superhero in their house, apartment. Wow, apartment, I fail. Basically the next phone call is, between him and Penny and Leonard and Howard and Bernadette, and Raj eventually decides to go live with Penny and Leonard, which does cause Sheldon some distress, but he decides, probably through his mother's upbringing, to bring Raj a housewarming gift, because because Amy, wow, I'm failing today, because Amy is like, you need to be nice, he's very humiliated right now. So Sheldon brings him a notebook, and the point of the gift behind the notebook was, he had a lot of great ideas in that room, I hope you can too, and he said, also because you are so humiliated, and these were Amy's words, and blah, blah, blah. So Amy and Sheldon go back across the hall, and all this other stuff happens, and he happens to mention to Raj, no, that's later. So then they go back across the hall, and he contacts Leonard's mom, because obviously she's a therapist, and her and Sheldon are close, and suggests that, well, Leonard and Penny keep taking in a roommate because of their marital problems. So when Sheldon goes across the hall to apologize to Raj and Cinnamon, who he is afraid of, although he's no longer afraid of Pluto, he's getting better with dogs. That was one of the funny one-liners, was, well, when a dog gives you a button, yeah, anything can happen. So, and so he goes to apologize to Raj, tells him to hold Cinnamon because then he'll think it's stuffed, and says that it's because of Leonard and Penny's marital problems, and he talked to Leonard's mom, and then he turns to Raj and goes, when they're fight, they'll take you to McDonald's. When they're fighting, they'll take you to McDonald's. Fail on my end again. So Leonard and Penny call up his mom later on, and like they're arguing and whatnot. And then the next scene cuts to probably one of the greatest scenes in Big Bang Theory history. Howard and Bernadette's room in their house, and you hear Raj going, Howard, Howard, and they wake up screaming, and Raj is like, it's me, I texted you, but no one's answering. Stuart then comes running, running through the room with the replica plastic Lucille. Yes, Lucille is in Negan's bat, going, not on my watch, and he's like, calm down, and of course Stuart's like, I'm out of breath. Because Stuart now lives back with Howard and Bernadette. So Raj was like, can I just stay here in the garage for the night? And they're like, because Leonard and Penny are fighting, and they're like, no, we'll set up a place on the couch. And basically Raj and Stuart have a heart-to-heart, and Raj is like, yeah, but Stuart, you're basically mooching off your friends, like, I wouldn't fully do that, like, and that's true, because at the beginning of the episode, Raj is like, can I help you guys with anything? And, like, Penny and Leonard are like, will you please eat? Like, stop. So, as this whole conversation is going on, Leonard and Penny wake up the next morning, and there's a note from Raj, and it says, I left because I didn't want to be an inconvenience on you guys. I'm at Howard and Bernadette's. I took Cinnamon with me, but if you want to F with Sheldon, tell him Cinnamon is loose in the building. So, of course, Leonard and Penny are like, well, we need to go over there and call him, and he's like, yeah, sure, let me do one thing first. He goes across the hallway, knocks on the door, and goes, oh my god, Cinnamon's loose in the building! And all of a sudden you hear Sheldon go, Amy, lock the doors! like 2 funny sequences back to back I was obsessed with. And in the end, everyone's over at Howard and Bernadette's except Amy and Sheldon. I don't know why they weren't there. Maybe because of this whole Raj this situation thing still, or the fact that Sheldon thinks Cinnamon is loose in the building. And basically, Raj makes the decision to move back in with Leonard and Penny. And of course, Bernadette's like, well, it's nice to know people still don't mooch off their friends, and looks at Stuart. And Stuart's like, well, I'm going to go check on Hallie, who's at Bernadette's parents' house. That was a funny sequence. So then the post-cred scene, I think, not post-cred, the button scene. I think every button scene should be Amy and Sheldon related. That's just, I was watching like a rerun from like season 5, and the button was Amy and Sheldon related, and I was like, yes, this needs to continue. So I was very happy to see that Sheldon was able to get a life-size statue of Batman, because he was like, well, everything's worked out nicely now. And Amy's like, so you think? And then you see the statue of Batman, but it's it's either Ben Affleck or Christian Bale, but it's like the creepiest life-size statue. I was like, it was so creepy. So anyway, I don't know when the next episode is coming, because there's only 4 or 5 left. It's March Madness. They probably won't come back till April, and even then it'll be like 2 episodes, and then May they'll do the last 2 episodes leading up to the season finale. I still don't know what the deal is with this season 11 and 12, although it's pretty much confirmed now that the main 5, being Jim Parsons, Johnny Galecki, Kaylee Cuoco, Simon Helberg, and Kunal Nayar, took a pay cut so that Melissa Rauch and Mayim Bialik can stay on the show for 2 years, and that I just love that cast for that reason, that they are willing to be like, no, we want them. How would the show even happen without them? And I think that will be really great. And even if it's like we get a full season 11 and a half season 12, I'm totally down with that. I think that would be amazing. I love that it has like this Frasier longevity to it. For some reason, I always like the number 11. Like, I always like ending on an odd season number. If you ended on an even season number, you know, it was like 13 to 18 episodes. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of this season. It kind of fell into a slump after Haley, but it's picked back up really well. Great one-liners, funny episodes. So I'm excited to see where the rest of this goes. IMDb does not have any title listed. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So until next time, please like and subscribe. Have a good day, guys.